Welcome to Aurora IAS channel, and this is a new series on ethics, integrity and aptitude, which is also the GS paper 4 syllabus of the UPSC mains. Our target audience will be 2020 and 2021 UPSC aspirants as well as the other state level PCS examination students. You can always follow us on Telegram channel Aurora IAS and also visit our website www.auroraIAS.com for all the latest materials and updates regarding the courses as well as the guidance programs. So let's begin with the series discussion, like what's the overview of the lecture series. It would give you a basic idea and the value addition from the current trend, like giving the examples, quoting the examples from the newspapers and interconnecting it with the syllabus. Then we have the case studies approach, where what is the format of writing a case study when there are different forms of asking the case study, right? Like what is in your opinion, what is the next course of action, which is the best available option. All these kinds of things will be dealt in the case studies. The key terminologies as well as the philosopher and thinkers is a vast area of the subject, which has to be dealt in a very concise and a made easy format, which will be delivered through this lecture series. There will be answer writing questions at end of each of the topic, which I'll be giving you in form of 3 or 4 questions, which you have to pen down your thoughts and write it in the comment section below. There are also lecture series on the previous year's question with some model answers, so that you get a touch and hold of the subject as how to approach a question. Then there will be a 100 case studies document also being released for this purpose to substantiate the extension part of this lecture series. As well as from your side, what we are expecting is a brainstorming kind of a thing. The brainstorming is nothing but look at your surroundings, take some examples. Look at the newspapers and take the examples. Very basic things come in the newspaper which will not be related to your subjects like GS 1, 2, 3. But still, yet few of the issues can be highlighted at examples and case studies in your paper. Such as, like, let us take an example, like there was this girl in the Mizoram who was crying when the trees were being cut down. So this girl is a very little kid who doesn't know actually the vast importance of these trees, yet her emotional intelligence showed a kind of a empathy towards the cutting down of trees, which through her crying she could show it up. So these are the examples that you can take it up from the newspapers and utilize it in your ethics paper. Well, the syllabus is a very crucial one because we have to intellect every other portion from the newspapers or from the books you're reading or from the material you're trying to collect or through this series also. You have to interlink everything to the syllabus. Syllabus is actually testing the candidate's aptitude as well as the approach and not the knowledge. You need not know the cardinal virtues of the Plato, but you need to know what each one of them actually signify and have one example at least to substantiate your answer. This is what the syllabus is intending. So this paper especially can be useful for your essay as well as the GS paper 2 preparation also. So the syllabus is actually divided into ethics, aptitude, emotional intelligence, contributions from the moral thinkers and philosophers, as well as the public civil service values, probity in governance. So let's take some example to understand how the syllabus is playing a crucial role. There have been a conclusion of these doctor strike all over India regarding the format of the bill which is replacing the medical council, right? So how this can be useful for your paper 4? The conflict of interest, conflict of management skills between the doctors as well as the public administration was at stake. There was a turmoil going on between both of them. So how this issue can be linked to your public civil service values, because the deputy superintendent of police and all the police officials or the government officials, how do they go and persuade them to stop the strike and all that will be dealt in this emotional intelligence as well as the attitude portion. And this portion can be also linked to the public and civil service values and how you will manage the conflict of interest. So these are the examples that you need to quote, and you to understand that how the syllabus is catering to the subject matter. The interlinking comes from the syllabus. So I urge all of you to have a great hold of the syllabus paper, at least memorize each of the lines, what is the content in each of the topics. All the subtopics will be dealt. Right, so this is what I wanted to give you a brief overview of the lecture series, and it's a promise from our side that we are going to complete all the lectures on time and with all the great content and yet a very concise format. The PDFs are also available. So before I end this video, there is a small disclaimer that whichever pictures or flowcharts or any diagrams I'm picking up from the internet, it's only for the commercial not for the commercial purpose. In fact, it's only for the education purpose. This is the intent which I wanted to make sure through this last video. And finally, you can also always comment your feedback, your suggestions to these videos, or any kind of material help or the video help you want from our side. Thank you, and have a great learning journey with us through this Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude lecture series. Jai Hind.